Welcome to Catherine's tutorial. In this video, we'll learn about circulatory system of earthworm in detail. Circulatory system of earthworm. What type of circulation does earthworm has? Okay, it has closed type of circulatory system. Okay, the organism doesn't have very complex kind of organ, but the organs are well specified to do their function. Okay, but here the circulatory system of earthworm is closed type. Closed type, which means the blood is running inside the vessels. Okay, so that type of circulatory system is closed circulatory system. You can able to find one more type, that is open circulatory system. This open circulatory system doesn't have blood vessels, but here the earthworm has blood vessels where the blood cells will run inside the blood vessel of earthworm. So that is why it is known as closed type of circulatory system. Then it contains blood cells. It also contains blood vessels. And it has heart. They doesn't have a proper structure like human heart, but there are some structures inside the earthworm will act like heart. Okay, so those structures are also known as aortic arches. It is not exactly like the heart, but some structure resembles the functions of heart. That is why it is known as heart of the earthworm. It is otherwise known as aortic arches. We will see in detail about the blood vessels of our circulatory system of earthworm in detail. When you draw circulatory system of earthworm, we will draw the lateral side of the organism where the blood vessels we can able to find or we can able to see easily. So the segments, as we already know, the first segment has mouth. Okay, it is a small opening. You can able to find in the first segment of the organism. So it is mouth. You can able to find in the first segment of organism. So here it goes with a buccal cavity, a somewhat wider region here, pharynx, followed by esophagus, and you can able to find a gizzard, followed by gizzard you can able to find intestine. So you can able to find the digestive system in this way. Okay, so the first segment has mouth. Here there are two major blood vessels known as dorsal blood vessel and ventral blood vessel. They are the major blood vessel which supply the blood to all the internal organs of earthworm. We will just go one by one. The dorsal blood vessel starts from here, which runs above the alimentary canal. Okay, so the blood vessel which runs above the alimentary canal, I am just drawing it here to make the other blood vessels to be visible. So this blood vessel is on the dorsal side of the organism. That is why it is known as dorsal blood vessel. It is connected to the anterior part by three blood vessels. So it is connected here in this way. This dorsal blood vessel is dorsal blood vessel. This blood vessel is thick. It is muscular. It is also contractile in nature. This blood vessel is contractile in nature and it also has valves inside. It has valves inside to regulate the flow of blood. Okay, so this brings about the blood from the posterior side towards the anterior side. Okay, when we draw here, you can able to find the blood flows in this way towards the anterior part. So this is the flow of blood in dorsal blood vessel. Below this alimentary canal, you can able to find one more vessel which starts from the second segment. This is the first segment of the organism, followed by the second segment, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I am just drawing till the 15th segment where we have all the important blood vessels here. Okay, so I am just naming it also as first segment, second, third, 4, 5, 6 segment, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is the 15th segment. Okay, from the second segment, from here, you can able to find ventral blood vessel. From the second segment, you can able to find the ventral blood vessel which runs towards the on the ventral side of the alimentary canal. Okay, so these two blood vessels are running above and below the alimentary canal. The blood vessel which runs above the alimentary canal is known as dorsal. The blood vessel which runs below the alimentary canal is known as ventral blood vessel. So it goes you can able to find the ventral blood vessels here. These ventral blood vessels are, so these are ventral blood vessels. Ventral blood vessels. These blood vessels are non-contractile. They are not going to contract. So they are known as non-contractile vessels, and they doesn't have, there is no valves inside this ventral blood vessel. Okay. What it does actually, it takes the blood from the anterior side towards the posterior side. I am just drawing here. It takes the blood from the anterior towards the posterior side. So it is from anterior side towards the posterior side. They supply the blood. It doesn't have any valve. Okay. So dorsal valves are known as collecting valves, and ventral blood vessels are known as distributing vessels. Okay. We'll just see one by one. Again, one more important structure. On the 4th, 5th and 6th segment, you can able to find a structure known as blood glands. So these three structures are known as blood glands. These blood glands produces two types of cells. One is cells that represents WBC, that is nothing but they are phagocytic cells. Phagocytic means they can fight against microorganism. WBC cells are nothing but they fight against microorganisms, so they are phagocytic in nature. They have one more structure known as hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is dissolved in blood plasma. It is dissolved in blood plasma, and there is no RBC. But the blood is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin pigment here. Okay. So blood glands are present on the 4th, 5th and 6th segment, and you can able to find one more vessels here, that is from the 9th to the 13th segment. So from the 9th segment to the 13th segment, you can able to find a small vessel. Here you can able to find from 9th segment to 13th segment, you can able to find one more vessel known as supraesophageal. Supra means above. They are present above the alimentary canal. That is above the alimentary canal. It is named as supraesophageal. Supraesophageal. Supraesophageal blood vessel. These blood vessels are only one in number. So they are actually only one in number. They are not actually pair. It is only one blood vessels you can able to find. And here below the alimentary canal, not actually exactly below, on the lateral side. Imagine it is an earthworm, the body of earthworm. On the dorsal side, you can able to find a blood vessel known as dorsal blood vessel. To the lower side of the organism, you can able to find ventral blood vessel, and there is one more vessel which runs on the lateral side. Okay, so the lateral side of organism contains one more blood vessel, and that is nothing but it starts from here. That is from the first segment. It runs or parallel, it goes parallelly along with the alimentary canal. It goes parallel with the alimentary canal structure, and these vessels are known as lateral esophageal vessels. They are actually one pair of vessels you can able to find. These vessels are only one in number, and these particular vessels are a pair actually. Okay, so this particular pair, lateral esophageal vessels, from the 13th segment. Okay, it is from the 13th segment. So from the 13th segment, this vessel, it is actually a pair, I've told you. It runs on both the sides of the alimentary canal. On the lateral side, these both the blood vessels will join, and they form one more group of vessels known as subneural vessels. Okay, they divide in branches, and these vessels are known as subneural vessels. So these lateral esophageal vessels, when they come to the 13th segment, these two vessels, they fuse, they cross the alimentary canal, they fuse and they form one more group of vessels known as subneural vessels. Okay, and one more important structure here, the dorsal blood vessel and ventral blood vessel, they exchange the blood. Okay, then how they exchange the blood? With a number of vessels, okay, that is connecting both dorsal and ventral side. We'll go with one by one. On the 9th segment, that is 7th and 9th segment. On the 7th and 9th segment, we can able to find a somewhat wider structure. These vessels are somewhat wider. Okay, these blood vessels are connecting ventral and dorsal vessels. Okay, I am just coloring it to make it visible. So these vessels, these are larger vessels which connects the anterior and posterior side, that is anterior and posterior blood vessels. On the 9th segment also you can able to find one more larger vessel. These vessels are known as lateral hearts. These vessels are wider vessels, and these vessels are also known as lateral hearts. Next to this, on 13th and 14th segment, you can able to find one more group of vessels that connects the anterior, that is dorsal blood vessel, with the ventral blood vessel. So it is on 13th segment, you can able to find one more vessel, but this vessel will connect the supraesophageal blood vessel. Okay, it connects with that blood vessel and they come and join on the 13th segment of the organism. Okay, so it connects, it opens here, it also collects the blood from here, open here. Okay, so from the anterior side towards the posterior side, you can able to find one more also. Again it connects, it has the connection with this supraesophageal. It comes and connects here. So these are also known as lateral hearts. Okay, so we'll go with the next one, that is on the 14th and 15th segment. Okay, like from the 15th segment onwards, you can able to find the pair of vessels running or connecting both dorsal and ventral blood vessels. These blood vessels are known as commissural vessels. Commissural vessels. They also transport the blood from the dorsal vessel to the ventral vessel. And there is one more structure you can able to find, that is on the 9th and 10th segment. There are small blood vessel which connects the supraesophageal with the lateral esophageal vessel. Here you can able to find they connect the supraesophageal with pair of glands actually. Okay, pair of not glands, pair of blood vessels which connects supraesophageal with lateral esophageal vessels. Okay, these are known as anterior loops. These blood vessels are known as anterior loops. The circulatory system of earthworm is known as closed type of circulatory system, where the blood run inside the blood vessels. It has the major blood vessel known as dorsal blood vessel and ventral blood vessel, and they have been connected by a number of structures. Okay, these structures, these wider structure and these structures together known as lateral arch of an organism. They are also known as aortic arches. As I have told you already, earthworm doesn't have a very complex kind of structure. They doesn't have a complex structured heart. Instead, they have valves that regulates that does the function of heart in this case. Okay, so these structures are known as aortic arches or lateral hearts. So here the dorsal blood vessel is thick and muscular. It is contractile. It has valve. Okay, these valves are present on the 13th and 14th segment. Okay, it is present on 13th and 14th segment. You can able to find valves. These valves prevent the backflow of blood. These valves prevents the backflow of blood. That is the function of valve that is present in the dorsal blood vessel. Ventral blood vessel doesn't have any valves. It is not contractile also, so it is thin in nature. It supplies the blood from the anterior part towards the posterior region, but dorsal collects the blood from the posterior part towards the anterior region. Okay, by the next video we will learn about the nervous system of earthworm in detail. Thank you.